Hello, it is me, Shiro Yu, and this is my first top 5 list for disturbing and startling websites on the surface web. I say surface because these sites can be found without having to go to the dark web or the use of Tor. This list isn't particularly in a format such as least to most startling or disturbing, but instead, number 1 itself takes the entire list by storm. The listing is merely to just label these sites, which have a spine-chilling effect when you're on them. These sites, I warn you, you can visit them at your own risk. They're nothing too bad, but number 1 is really, really bad. Number 5, Jodi.org. A website which starts with green text and slowly moves into weird patterns in numbers and letters. Trying to make sense of this site is somewhat difficult without knowing where to start. Something you should not rely on me to know because I couldn't figure it out. You just go from a first page of green text everywhere, which takes you into this next page with blue squares and arrows and weird symbols everywhere. It's just disturbing the amount of work it looks into, because you can click on a lot of stuff, but you just never really get anywhere, and that's what's disturbing about it. Number 4, Neve.com. This site randomly fetches videos with no format or reason. These videos can literally be anything, with it being in a random fashion. There is no format from what I could find. By surfing this site, I went from some kind of cartoon which was voiced over, and the person that which was voicing over turned the context into something much more grisly. From what I could tell, the cartoon was something kind of like Sesame Street. No, not Sesame Street. Kermit the Frog was talking about ripping someone open. Definitely changing the entire show for what it may have been originally. Clicking will take you to the next video, but be careful, you will never know what is next, and there is some disturbing content on this site, but it's not by far the worst. It's pretty timid. Number 3, Magabond.com. This website depicts a storyline, really. A man named Frank, who is obsessed with a girl named Maggie. The site is much more it's literally 2 videos and a third tab which just states, "I'm sorry." The videos use a filter to give it a disturbing effect with many odd sounds in the background. The videos seem to connect together to form some kind of storyline which I couldn't get much out of besides Frank being infatuated with Maggie to a very bad degree. Warning, if you check out this video, which all the links are in the description below, this site does have a little bit of gore and it's a little bit disgusting with some weird content within it. So visit at your own risk. Number 2, Chez Saint John. This site is about Chez Saint John, which is a lot of you might know about by now, because it isn't a surprise that it made it on this list. As much as I tried to keep this list somewhat different from other top 5s to top 10s, this site is just too disturbing and weird not to feature on this list. It is a type of movie from what I could see, and the story revolves around a model losing their body parts and instead replaces a lot of them with mannequin parts. Link in the description below, just a warning, it's a disturbing site. Number 1, Won the Gauntlet. This site is by far the worst within the realm of disturbance and weirdness amongst this list. Won the Gauntlet is a form of a challenge, and in it you are to watch videos in what seems like a chronological order from least to most disturbing, but from what I found, it was not really in a fashion. The videos on this site are horrendous and could probably make people with weak stomachs hurl in disgust. The videos range, from what I found, Chinese women puking on each other in a fetish-type form, to maggots crawling around in an old woman's eye. I stopped watching the videos when a video showed a live baby being ran over by a train. Whether these are real or fake, it nonetheless is disturbing and weird because of what it is depicting. These were all my top 5s. Thank you for watching, and just be safe out there on the internet. It is a very scary place out there, and you must take each site visit with caution. I am Cheryl Euro, and if you enjoyed this content, subscribe, comment, and wait for more. Thank you for watching.